The 17 Sustainable Development Goals was the theme of stories presented over the last 2 years of travel television. Here's a sample of our favorites.
We can be.
We must be the first generation
to end extreme poverty.
The generation
most determined
to fight injustice
and inequalities.
The generation that saves the planet from climate change.
And this is how it will get done.
The global goals.
A 15-year plan
For everyone, everywhere.
With no one left behind.
We will live in a world
where nobody
anywhere lives in extreme poverty.
Where no one
goes hungry.
Where no one
wakes in the morning
asking if there will be food today.
We will live in a world where no child has to die
of diseases we know how to cure.
And where proper health care
is a lifelong right for us all.
We will live in a world
where everyone
goes to school.
And education gives us the knowledge
and skills
for a fulfilling life.
We will live in a world where all girls and all women have equal opportunities
to thrive
and be powerful
and safe.
We cannot succeed if half the world is headed back.
We will live in a world
where all people can get clean water
and proper toilets
at home, at school,
and at work.
We will live in a world where
there's sustainable energy for everyone.
Heat, light,
and power for the whole planet.
Without destroying the planet.
We will live in a world where economies prosper.
And new wealth
leads to decent jobs
for everyone.
And we will live in a world
where our industry,
our infrastructure, and our
best innovations
are not just used to make money, but to make all our lives better.
We will live in a world
where prejudices and extremes of inequality
are defeated
inside our countries
and between different countries.
Where people live in cities and communities
that are safe, progressive,
and support everyone who lives there.
Where we replace
what we consume.
Planet where we put back what we take out of the earth.
We live in a world that is decisively rolling back
the threat of climate change.
Where we restore and protect the life in our oceans and seas.
We'll restore
and protect life on land.
The forests,
animals, the earth itself.
With peace between and inside countries.
Where all governments are open.
And answer to us for what they do at home and abroad.
And the justice rules.
With everyone equal before the law.
Where all countries and we their people
work together
in partnerships of all kinds
to make these goals a reality
for everyone, everywhere.
These are the United Nations global goals
for sustainable development.
Let's get to work. Let's make it happen.
Home. It means such completely different things to every person in the world. It's a house, it's a city, it's a country. Home is something you want to protect. People will go to extraordinary lengths to preserve their home. People love their homes. And if they don't feel that they have a home, they'll risk everything to find one. The further we find ourselves from home, the more we miss it. It's a question of perspective, of distance. And pretty much every single person who's been to space over the last 50 years has come to the same conclusion. It's the whole planet that's our home.
The Earth was small, light, blue, and so touchingly alone. Our home that must be defended like a holy relic.
When you're finally up at the moon, looking back on Earth, all those differences and nationalistic traits are pretty well going to blend, and you're going to get a concept that maybe this is one world. And why the hell can't we learn to live together like decent people?
On the first day up in space, we all pointed to our own countries. The third or fourth day, we were pointing to our continents. By the fifth day, we were aware of only one Earth.
We have this connection to Earth. I mean, it's our home.
Wherever we live, whatever language we speak or food we eat, the Earth is our home. We have to take care of it. And we should look out for everyone else who lives here. That has got to be our goal. That's why we need the goals.
Son exactas.
Hello, Stephen Hawking here. 2015 is the year world leaders sign up to the global goals. They are an ambitious to-do list to eradicate poverty, save the environment, and make the world a fairer place for everyone. Where every woman and every man has the chance to live a healthy, secure life, full of opportunity and love. The more people who know about them, the more likely our leaders are to stick to them. So this is our attempt to let every person in the world know what is at stake. People cannot fight for their rights if they do not know what they are. To save the world, we need everyone to tell everyone.
We need you to shout about it. We need you to tweet about them. We need you to text your mum and make sure she knows about them. Everyone's got to know about it.
To my girls, what is mother?
From Central Park, New York City, it's the Global Citizen Festival, the launch of the United Nations Global Goals, with extraordinary performances by Ed Sheeran, Coldplay, Common, Beyoncé, Pearl Jam, and featuring amazing collaborations. A historic concert for a moment of history.
Hello, my favourite goal.
This is Chris from Coldplay.
I'm Cody Simpson.
This is ESA astronaut Samantha Cristoforetti.
This is Liam Neeson.
I'm the actress Michelle Yeoh.
This is Gilberto Gil.
Please, could we just have 1 minute of your time?
Hello, my name is Malala and I'm from Pakistan. We have a very urgent mission to complete by 2030 and you can help us.
On September the 25th,
the new goals will be released.
We will join
the world's largest lesson to help make the new goals famous. We will lead the world
to make a difference
now.
We have a plan. The global goals for people and planet. And I am proud to announce the plan is agreed by everyone.
Gareth Bale, Real Madrid and Wales. This is my dizzy penalty for the global goals.
Yeah! Come on, guys.
We pray for the will to end poverty in all its forms, wherever it exists.
The will to end hunger, reduce inequality,
and ensure that all are treated with dignity and respect.
If you like bananas, come with me, because I'm a Kela.
Did that really happen?
I will never be more than a cute face and I'm butt for guys.
Pelo amor de Deus, o que tá acontecendo aqui, irmão?
Olha lá, não quer parar em Ribeirão?
Mas você acha que tá tudo certo, né, irmão?
That was when I ruled the world.
The global goals.
A 15-year plan
For everyone. Everywhere.
with no one left behind.
We will live in a world where all girls and all women have equal opportunities to thrive
and be powerful
and safe.
We cannot succeed if half the world is held back.
We will live in a world where all people can get clean water
and proper toilets
at home, at school, and at work.
My name is Katarina and I live in Denmark. Now I'm a Kiwi vlogger from New Plymouth here in New Zealand.
From Jakarta, Indonesia.
From Australia.
And I'm from Sandy, Utah.
25th September 2015.
193 world leaders will commit to
17 goals.
The goal that means the most to me is number 5.
Number 3.
Number 1.
Number 10.
Number 6.
It's number 15.
My goal is goal 5, gender equality. Please do your bit, spread the word, tell everyone.
If we don't work together, we're not going to get anywhere.
In the year 2000, leaders from 189 countries agreed on a vision for the new millennium. They wanted to end extreme poverty in all of its forms. So they made a list of 8 goals, called the Millennium Development Goals, and they wanted to achieve these goals in 15 years. One of the leading organizations working to fulfill these goals has been the United Nations Development Program, or UNDP. We're present in more than 170 countries and territories. We championed the goals so that people everywhere would know what they were and how people could do their part. We funded projects that helped fulfill the goals. We helped countries accelerate NDG progress by breaking down the silos and working across sectors. We acted as scorekeeper, helping countries to track progress. As a result, the number of people that live on less than $1.25 per day has dropped by more than half. The number of primary school-age kids who don't go to school down by almost half. The number of people getting life-saving treatment for HIV increased by over 15 times. Child mortality down by almost half. As much progress as we have made together, there's still a lot more to do. Over 800 million people are still living on less than $1.25 a day. 1 in 9 people on our planet goes to sleep hungry each night. Deforestation remains alarmingly high in many countries. Oceans are becoming more acidic, threatening food security and marine ecosystems. And about 1 of every 6 adults in the world is illiterate. 2/3 of them are women. We think those are tough numbers, and so do leaders from the countries where we work. So in September 2015, they agreed on a new set of goals to help finish the work we all started in 2000. The new goals are called the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. We have made significant progress in the last 15 years, and we think there's plenty of room for hope, for action, in the next 15 years. Today, the world is more connected by technology. We know more about how to balance the 3 pillars of sustainable development: social progress, economic growth, and environmental protection. However, our climate is changing. Our planet is transforming, and there are more people on Earth than ever before. We at UNDP believe everyone can have enough of what they need living within our planetary boundaries, and we are working around the world to make this happen. Our goals to reach by 2030 are to eradicate extreme poverty, protect our environment, and much more. UNDP has 50 years of experience working with countries to make this a more prosperous, healthy, inclusive, and sustainable world. Join us.
We face extraordinary challenges in the 21st century. 9.5 billion people alive in 2050. We don't know how we will provide them clean water, sustainable energy, education.
There are serious problems with the environment. There are serious problems with bigotry. There are serious problems with poverty and starvation, and so far we've been unsuccessful in figuring out a way to fix them. I'm hoping that AI can adjust the various factors in a way that maybe can solve these problems.
The real opportunity for AI is how we can actually help the 7 billion people that could benefit from these technologies in a practical way.
While we can't say AI is general magic, it is giving us core tools to start putting in place systems that we know will help with key issues like hunger, famine, epidemics, overall health and well-being.
AI offers an extraordinary possibility of accelerating solutions in the time we have to solve the problems.
We are now applying artificial intelligence to the art of farming, a very old industry, also adopting the latest in technology. So through artificial intelligence, a farmer can now integrate massive sources of data, whether it's data from the combines, it's weather satellite data, it's data from the fields, taking all that data together and through an artificial intelligence solution actually making recommendations to the farmer on how he can increase the production of his land.
AI has enormous capacity and potential to solve problems that require an enormous amount of computing and pattern recognition that human beings struggle with.
The way drugs are going to be designed in the future, and again already starting to be, is by having models of the molecules and how they interact, for example, with, say, the virus proteins, and then doing a search to find the best drug for the best problem. I think this, for example, how we're going to cure cancer.
By 2020, you should be able to walk into your doctor's office. Your doctor should be able to sequence your entire genome, take that along with your medical imaging data, compare that with the world's data of genome sequences and medical imaging data. From that, determine the matches between your tumor and others, what the treatments were in those other cases, and the outcome, did the patient survive or not, and from that, devise for you your personalized treatment and do that entire process in just one day. It's completely possible through artificial intelligence.
The UN Summit and its goals excite me, in particular with the idea of leveraging what I would call sleeping giants of data. We have accumulated so much data in the world, and with some refinement and some tagging, this data can become available and leveraged to address famine, to address human trafficking, to address vicious cycles of economic poverty.
If you make progress in AI, you make progress in all of these different fields at the same time. Right? So better machine learning algorithm, if I invent it tomorrow, it'll make for better medical diagnosis, it'll make for better self-driving cars, and who knows what else.
AI is potentially the most powerful technology that we've ever created, and it's going to create the next form of civilization. It's not happening in 10 years or 15 years, it's happening right now.
Time to put the glasses back on.
Hello. Kedu.
Hola. Guten Tag.
Nehoma.
Bonjour.
Salam.
Shalom.
Hi.
The world's countries have united to create
A blueprint for the future.
In September, the UN is unveiling their global goals, a manifesto of today's humans. By today's humans. For today's humans. And for tomorrow's humans too.
So, to ignite world leaders and turn these words into actions, we're making a film.
But we need you. Whether you know it or not,
The world needs your voice.
Let's change things.
Create a world where hope
is something you can reach out
and touch.
Hope.
Esperanza.
Esperanza.
Tikva. Natu Anya.
Here are 17 other ways to say hope.
The global goals of the United Nations.
We will live in a world where nobody, anywhere, lives in extreme poverty.
We will live in a world where no one goes hungry.
And no one wakes up in the morning asking if there will be food today.
We will live in a world where no child has to die from diseases we know how to cure.
Where proper health care is a lifelong right for us all.
We will live in a world where everyone goes to school, and education gives us the knowledge and skills for fulfilling life.
We will live in a world where all women and all girls have equal opportunities to thrive and be powerful and safe.
We can't succeed if half the world is being held back.
We will live in a world where all people can get clean water and proper toilets at home, at school, and at work.
We will live in a world where there's sustainable energy for everyone.
Heat, light, and power for the planet, without destroying the planet.
We will live in a world where economies prosper.
And new wealth leads to decent jobs
for everyone.
We will live in a world where our industries, our infrastructure, and our best innovations are not just used to make money, but to make all our lives better.
We will live in a world where prejudice and extremes of inequality are defeated inside our country and between different countries. We will live in a world where people live in cities and communities that are safe, progressive, and support all those that live in them.
We will live in a world where we replace what we consume, a planet where we put back what we take out of the earth. We will live in a world that is decisively rolling back the threat of climate change.
We will live in a world where we restore and protect the life in our oceans and seas.
We will live in a world where we restore and protect life on land, the forests, the animals, the earth itself.
We will live in a world with peace between and inside countries, where all governments are open and answer to us for what they do at home and abroad. And justice rules, with everyone equal before the law.
And we must live in a world where all countries and we, their people, work together in partnerships of all kinds to make these global goals a reality for everyone, everywhere. Film yourself delivering the goal that resonates with you.
We'll put it all together with thousands of your faces, voices, and all of our collective hope to create a film and show it to the world, on TV, online, and live.
Your voice matters. Your voice matters.
Make it known.
Say it loud.
And let it echo around the globe.
The future is in your hands.
The future is in your hands.
The future is in your hands.
Don't drop it.